Hey, that's the icebreaker. That is the icebreaker, yo. Hey, so we're going to welcome you guys to another episode of MCA and B-Mac. We are with you guys today. We got Julio.
Julio the Argentinian.
We are here after the first day of the RMMC championship. We got Greg Sweeney. We got Big Jim back here. You already met Julio. And everybody in the audience knows MCA, Mr. Willis. So we are here to discuss how we didn't really do so hot today. So, Mr. Sweeney, what did you have today?
We had 15 and change, almost 16. So we had a decent
I
weight.
had 1271.
Big Jim?
I had 12-6.
And I had 11.
Hey!
So there we go. I'm the low man on the totem pole. So I get to speak more today because obviously I didn't really do a whole lot on the water. So I have to try to earn my keep off the water. No, man, the lake absolutely showed out today. My brother Dylan is leading. I think my other brother Jared is in like third. Clearly I was lied to. Was not told the exact truth about where they were at and how they were going to catch them. But that's okay. That's for another episode. But yeah, no, I think there's multiple bags over 20 pounds. I think 10, 12 bags over 20 pounds today. 147 boats. It's, man, it really, really showed out. And it should have. It was a perfect December day. I mean, light and variable wind, sunshine for a December day in South Florida just doesn't get any better than that. So, yeah, it was good if you were around them. Not so much for this bunch. Although Greg here caught, a 6 and a 7. Their team, him and Carlos.
Julio. His name is changed.
Julio the Argentinian.
Julio the Argentinian. So yeah, it's definitely showed out. So, Greg, give us a little recap of how you and Julio caught some big ones.
We had a very rough week, so we never got to pre-fish. So we were going off of a couple of weeks old. And that was kind of a bonus because I heard that everybody that pre-fished was stinking it up, said it was really tough. So I was like, it might be good that we don't go pre-fish and get a negative attitude. We had one or two spots that we did good a couple of weeks ago, so we went to that. Probably within, the first 20 minutes?
15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes? We caught a 5-6 pounder on a frog.
Nice.
Which is awesome. Always awesome.
Always awesome.
Always awesome. Did it explode on it or did it just kind of bowl underneath it? Just kind of got it?
He didn't totally come out of the water exploding on it, but he rolled on it.
Right.
Nice.
Reeled down. And that's Brandon's brother's. He's the expert on it. So that's always a good thing.
Clearly, my brothers are experts on lots of things. If you look at the standards. But anyway,
like 25 pounds, right?
Excuse me. Continue with your story.
That's a great way to start off a tournament.
Yeah.
Is with your kicker fish right off the bat.
Absolutely.
It makes you feel good. It gets you motivated. And we fished hard but we fished also slow because we thought, okay, it's a slow bite. They're not going to chase baits. The frog I fished was a twitch and let the ripples go away before you even twitched it again. It was very slow. Instead of the quick, it was quick and let it sit. I would say a minute at the quickest, 3 minutes at the longest between twitches.
Wow.
Which is very painful for us
Very
power
good.
guys, but
Yes.
Hey, bro, I'm not
knowing what you gotta do and
Yeah.
doing what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Carlos, he's fishing the ace. which is a Cinco style bait. Cast it out, let it just sink to the bottom.
Hey,
no
wait,
weight.
hold on, wait. His name ain't Carlos.
It's Julio.
It's Julio.
Argentinian Julio.
I'm the old guy. I'm not allowed to say that.
So you
That's
got
my partner.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So he had the ace.
he had the ace going.
Yes.
He caught 1 or 2 on that. Then he caught a 7-pounder on it.
Attaboy.
It blew up on it. Boom. We're like, all it is estimation of what we think the fish are doing. Some guys say the fish are doing this. Well, none of us really know
No,
that.
absolutely.
We're just guessing or estimating.
Right.
Sure.
So we're thinking, okay, they're spawning at the base of the reeds. These individual little single reeds. Both those fish came from that. So that's what we thought. And that's how we fished pretty much the whole time. Real slow. It's boring fishing, but when you're fishing for thousands and thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
you do what you got to do.
Yeah, we're fishing
Absolutely.
for 35 grand today, this weekend. So
So,
you do what you got to do, whether you
Yeah.
like it or not. Doesn't matter. It's what I tell my team partner, Carmen. It doesn't matter how you catch them. When you hand that check to the teller at the bank, they don't ask you, did you catch them like a man today? And,
Hey, leave it to Brandon, right?
Did
Yeah.
you have a spinning rod? Did you put on your big boy panties today? No, they don't really care. They just hand you the
No,
receipt and say,
that's so
thank you,
true.
sir. Pleasure doing business with you. And,
exactly.
Yeah, and
I
neither
wanna-
does the IRS doesn't care either how.
No, they don't. As long as they
Absolutely.
get
No, they just want their
that
half.
money.
They want their 20-30%,
And that's
and
it.
they're good.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yep. You said something that I thought was key though, and before we move to Jim, we want to go back to you real quick. So you talked about not practicing and not allowing yourself to get a negative attitude.
All right.
And so I think that part right there is key because in fishing, me and Brandon always talk about how your mentality has to stay positive and your confidence has to stay up. And so by you saying that, kind of reflects on what we always talk about in
Yeah.
reference to staying positive and keeping yourself in the game at all times. So let's talk about real quick before we move on, having a positive attitude versus putting yourself in that funk.
I believe, and it's only a guesstimation, but positive attitude, I think, has a whole lot to do with any of the sports that we do.
Right.
Sure.
Believing in what you
Absolutely.
do
Yeah,
and having
yeah,
confidence
yeah,
is
absolutely.
very, very strong.
Absolutely.
We had heard through the grapevine that the pre-fishing was very, very tough.
And it was.
See? So, we had a lot of problems this week with our boats and this and that. And to make it happen, it took a lot. And we didn't get a chance to pre-fish. Even though we were here for almost the whole week, we never got out on the water and actually got to practice.
Right.
But after hearing how bad it was like,
yeah.
it's or thinking, I'm not going to do good. We
Yeah.
did terrible in practice.
Absolutely.
So knowing 2 weeks ago we did good in these spots, so we left them with a good positive attitude.
Stay
Yeah.
positive.
That's probably-
locations we have found.
Yeah.
And when we went in there, we had positive attitudes,
Right.
even though knowing
And people
It's
were
been
coming
tough.
and going. Just
Yeah.
there was a lot of people in the area.
Greg's point.
They would go through the area and then get out. They're fishing fast. We're thinking fishing slow, having the positive attitude, knowing that we don't really know the fish are there, but we
believe
think
that
we
they're
know.
there. Yeah, we
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Until we got our first bite.
But
Then
see,
we're
but
like,
see,
all right,
but
now
see
we can-
that's what I think is so cool about it, man. Because when you're like that, you
Yeah.
just feel like
we played.
I believe,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I believe that there's
Yeah.
a fish on this clump right here.
Yeah.
And we had a
Exactly.
conversation about that exactly when people were coming and going from the spot, and there was a lot of boats coming and going. We said, you know what? We know there's fish there,
Yeah.
and we just stayed patient and we kept fishing, and we made the best of that little spot.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Because
That's
truthfully, truthful in the matter, everybody that came in there that made the rotation had a bite or 2 or 3 or 17. So as the day went on, you knew that there was kind of a good area. There's not going to be a constant flotilla of boats in the area
Right.
that they didn't get bid in. You know what I mean? At least if you saw 12 boats today, 9 of them had bites in the area. So that's so the moral of the story is you kept an open mind.
A lot mental.
That's right. Kept an open mind, strong mental attitude.
Absolutely.
Went and did the job.
And if you're not getting bit,
That's it.
maybe it's something you're doing wrong.
That's correct.
Adjust. Do adjustments.
That's correct. Well, good. So there you go.
Good
Jim.
job, guys.
Big Jim,
Man, we struggled. We didn't get to pre-fish either.
tell me
My
about it.
boat was down, and we took a long run. And I said my job in the back is to just get a kicker, get some big kickers, threw that spook all day, and then we went to flipping the heads, and just couldn't upgrade.
There you go.
But hey, they were there. They were hitting, and it just, like I said, we struggled, but you just keep flipping in them reeds, and give them a little something.
I bet you if one of them was 8
That-
pounds, you would think
So
so positive.
So
doing the right thing.
They were there.
That's one.
As Jimbo would
One.
make
Yeah,
a
just
different
one. Hey, but look though.
Jimbo would
Keep
bring it
going.
up.
Hey Jim, way to stay positive, man. Way to stay positive, bro. Way to
You
stay
gotta
positive.
always
That's so
stay
cool.
We
positive.
stayed
Always.
there,
Stay positive.
And our little group always pushes each other. You know, we all know each
Yeah.
other for a long time now, so we all talk crap to each other, but we all push each other, and we all want everybody to do well. You know.
I think that's the most important thing, though, man. As a whole, bro, is just to be able to come back, have these kind of conversation, laugh, really enjoy the moment. You know what I mean? And I think that's really cool, and it shows unity, it shows brotherhood, it shows family, it shows camaraderie, it shows excellence in a sense as well. And so that's extremely cool. I, like Jim, stunk it up too. Stunk it up, especially
That's
when
not
you.
stinking it up though. 12. I bet you worked as hard for your 12
I did.
and we did for our 15, and
That
it's
is
only a 1 fish difference.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Especially
that
you
is
You worked
true.
hard
Yeah.
for
Yeah, that is
It's
true.
true.
That is true.
It's
'Cause
true.
I
You work
showed-
hard because you never know when that next one's gonna be.
Yeah.
the
I,
That's
told,
right.
I told Dan, my partner, early in the day, and I was like, Dan, bro, if we can just get one more,
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It changes, the conversation a little bit. Like,
Absolutely,
having a late flight today, I was like, man, you know what? About 3:30, bro, we gonna get one. Like, and it's gonna change today. And I really thought that we were gonna get to that latter part of the day, and it was gonna happen, and it didn't come through. But anyway, I ended up with 12.6, but we worked for them. And like you were talking about today, like we fished extremely slow, and we stuck to what we thought we were gonna catch fish on, and we caught fish all day. We just didn't catch all the big ones. And so. Yeah, but we stayed positive. We stayed at it. We continued to. We knew what we were going with, and we went with it. And so it paid off in a sense to even have 12, because the field, Lord have mercy. So we're excited.
That's a select group that did really well.
Yeah.
I think the positive thinking is something you use throughout life. Think positive for stuff. Always be confident. Don't give up and stuff. Be confident.
Be confident.
Can I just throw this in there that 20 bags over 20 pounds does not do this group any confidence going into
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about,
Just
Greg.
saying.
but yeah, confidence.
Is that what it was?
I don't.
Hey, wait, whoa. But we gonna be positive, man. We got 4 bags of 20 plus pounds tomorrow.
Yes.
We got 4 bags of 20 plus pounds tomorrow, and we're right back in it, and it's a conversation again.
Yes.
We had
Exactly right.
Like
5.
he said, there was 20 bags over 20 pounds. There was 120 besides that
Right.
that are at our level
This is
or
true.
below.
Right.
So
True.
we're
That's
actually you
Wait,
got
don't
you
think
got to
that.
look at it half full versus half empty.
Other way, you got beat by his
That's all I
brothers. He
wanna
don't like it.
He hates it.
He hates it. That's all
He
I'm
hates
talking
it.
about.
Hey.
Jared Dillon
So-
beat him, so he don't like it.
So I come off the water today, and I go to Brandon, and I say, bro, how'd you do it? He say, bro, my brother.
Yeah, that's all he
The
thinks.
first thing he said, bro, both of my brothers.
He ain't fishing against us. He's fishing against
Yeah.
his brothers. That's all he wants to
So,
do.
no, it was it was good. Like, man, I just really don't like getting beat by them. But anyway, so for my partner and I, Carmen, we had a little juicy spot. I mean, we hadn't fished it since the last Rollins tournament. We had about 12 bites off of it, and conditions were kind of, it was so windy back then, and
Yeah.
we rotated through a bunch of other stuff, and we kind of settled down in two areas, and we bounced back and forth, and then we realized after the Derby was over with, like, probably should have stayed in one area. So I didn't practice at all. Fished last weekend, Saturday, Sunday, daylight to dark, and man, I just couldn't find nothing. So, my partner went out a few days. He never went anywhere remotely around where we thought we could catch one. He couldn't find any. My brothers clearly lied to me and said that nothing was good. Anywhere on the lake from the Okatani boat ramp all the way around to the Okatani boat ramp, pretty much they said was terrible. So we decided we were going to just hunker down where we caught them, where we caught some fish in past. And our game plan was to get 7 to 10 bites. That was our deal. If we could catch 10 bass, we'd catch over 20 pounds, and that's what we did. And at the end of the day, we caught about 47 bass for 11 pounds, and dude, it was one right after another, after another, after another. They were 12, 13, 14 inches. We'd catch an occasional 2-pounder. We'd be back there culling, trying, balance beaming them. And, my motto on Okeechobee is, I like to get in an area where I can get some bites, because this time of the year, I mean, there's a constant, it's constantly revolving. The fish are coming in, fish are moving out. If you're going to catch them flipping mats, you can catch them doing both. You know what I mean? The ones that are staging, the ones, as they're coming in, as they're moving back out. The ones that, when there's, 2 or 3, 4, 5 other boats, they shove them underneath the mats. So we got all three, deals working for us. And we flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped. And it's been a long time on Okeechobee since I caught as many fish as I did today. And same with my partner, Carmen. But we never had a 3-pounder. And we kept staying, just going, man, we know it's fishing kind of tough. Is what we were thinking. Clearly, we were a little behind the 8 ball on that. But, we just like, man, we're going to catch 6. We're going to catch 4. And maybe we'll get a shot at a big one, at a 7, 8, 9-pounder. And we just kept rotating, fishing the same stuff. And I mean, I'd fish the same stuff 3 times and catch 6 bass, and then come back 3 hours later and catch 1. And, we kept going through the same stuff over and over and over. And anyway, it just didn't work out for us. We didn't really lose anything. We didn't miss anything. We fished pretty good. All in all, like we had a great day. I mean, I can't really,
Bro, you didn't have a great day, bro.
No, we didn't. You're right. No. We had a great day.
Good day, just a bad end.
We had a bad weigh-in.
We
had a bad weigh-in.
I'm sorry. Hey, I had to get him. I had to get him.
That guy's not gonna sleep tonight.
Let us remember one thing.
Look, he's gonna be thinking about Brent. He's gonna be thinking about Jared and Dylan all night.
We're done the McMillan Circle. So finishing up top is expected.
Yeah.
When you're the lowest of the family guys, that's
a lot of
he's
pressure.
under a lot more pressure than the rest of us.
Hey, look, remember that story you told early on about how you came back in the time when you won. You came back in and you went back out and you was like, man, you know what? I might go catch 20, 26, 28 more pounds. Like, anything could happen tomorrow.
No, anything can happen, but we're 16 pounds off the lead. I'm probably going to go cut Dylan's steering cables this evening. Jared keeps his boat in the garage, so I'll have to wait to dump sugar in his gas tank at the gas station in the morning. And then, but still, there's too many. I mean, they cracked him today. I mean, the lake showed out. There's no doubt.
It really did.
And it should have. I mean, it looks pretty decent out there. We had great weather for a mid-December tournament.
Oh yeah.
I mean, light and variable winds. It was like a nice, cool spring day.
Kind of unheard of.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I left out of here, didn't put a hoodie on, didn't put long pants on. It was 72 degrees when I started my truck up this morning. So, it just kind of showed, the lake showed out, which is good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
And it looks beautiful too.
Yeah. I mean,
it looks really nice in some areas.
Yeah. In certain places, the lake looks as good as it ever has looked. I mean, water's clean. The fact that we haven't had a cold front or any extreme winds since the last rolling tournament that we fished,
which was extreme.
It was extreme winds. There's no doubt.
No doubt.
We won't even
Nobody ran the lake because it was gigantic.
It was rough. Yes.
It was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we did fairly mediocre with my team being at the lowest of the mediocre out of the group here. But tomorrow's a different day. This is nothing that changes your momentum faster than a couple casts into the day catching
Starting
a 6-pounder.
with a big one.
That's it.
Completely change your attitude.
Gets you a different mindset, puts you in the right frame of mind, and
a big fish do turns it on.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
It definitely does.
So
That is very true.
So at the end of the day, we'll do another one of these, and we will, we'll probably have one of my brothers over here so that we can interview the winner. And we'll get a nice recap of how that they held out on their brother.
How they didn't tell you nothing.
Yeah.
How sweet would it be for you to climb the ladder and pass them
Tomorrow.
come tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely.
Boy, would that be sweet.
See,
you gotta be positive, man. We were just
Damn
talking
right.
about that.
You're gonna
Absolutely.
see Brady going all
Positive.
over the lake tomorrow.
Yeah, all over. We gonna be running.
all over the
see,
lake.
the best
going
thing
in
about
circles.
this is I run a Bass Cat and a Mercury,
That's right.
so I can outrun
That's
about
right.
97% of the field. But I don't have to. I just have to follow behind those two Phoenixes, and then,
Everything's good.
that big 250 will eat up anything in front of them. That if they start catching them, I just. No, it's good. I wish them the best of luck. I hope they win it. It's a lot of money. It's a good time. Jared's getting married, so he sure could use money. So
Yep.
So hopefully that'll work out. Dylan, the heck with him. Who cares? So no, it really was a fun day. I mean, I couldn't tell you the last time I went out and caught 30, 40 bass.
Yeah.
When they weren't
Impressive.
schooling, when they wasn't the summertime,
Yeah.
early morning. I'm talking about actually getting up there
Yeah.
nitty gritty with them and flipping an ounce and a half flat out tungsten.
And easily you could have got a 6 or 8 pounder
No, we
doing all that
No, we could have.
in a second.
We could have.
Literally.
Man, literally, I had a half of 100 bag down here of Mac Daddy Crawls at the end of the day. And it was a good time. It was good. It kept you on your toes. It kept you sharp. Unfortunately, where I fished, it just didn't seem like the females moved in. I'm not too sure if they're staging a little further out, or if they just haven't actually come in. I'm a little bit worried about going back through where I caught them. They were all buck bass. I yanked, like I said, 30, 40, 50 of them off their nest. I don't know if I can go back and, see if there's going to be a female paired up with some of them. There's a couple of times I'd flip in, to some reeds, and I'd jack a, 2-pound male. And then as I'm taking it off, you can see the reeds just kind of, undulating a little bit. And I'd flip back in there and it would shake, and I'd hold it and hop it a little bit, hold it and hop it, and it would shake, and then she would look at my Mac Daddy down there on the bottom and be like, "Nope, not today, Brandon," and she'd be gone. So maybe I can go back
tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Positive mental attitude.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
That's it.
Hey,
So-
let's go around real quick, man. Give some form of advice to anybody watching, whether it's life or whether it's a young angler that's trying to get started. So let's just go around and give some type of words of encouragement as to end the show.
So I'll start out,
Okay.
and clearly don't lean on your brothers for fishing advice.
And he's the older brother.
Yeah, and I'm the older black sheep of the family, apparently.
No.
But I mean, any young angler, it's there's really two things to separate the average guy from the guy that wants to do it for a living, and that's time on the water, and that's your casting, flipping, that's your presentation. Make the best cast, make the best flip you can, stand in the yard, practice, repeat it over and over and over, make the quietest flip you can make the best skip you can make under a dock, make the longest, most accurate cast that you can make. All those things will, over the course of a day, get you that extra bite or two. Whether it's 12 inches or 8 pounds is kind of irrelevant. It's more about your presentation. So that's my tidbit. Stand in your yard and cast.
Just to chime in on what Brandon said. For me, I have a son who's 12 years old, and it's really just trying to engage as much as you can in the outdoors. And time on the water, if it means saltwater fishing or freshwater fishing, the more time out there, the more the love for our passion, which is fishing, and getting better at it, and just being patient with it and learning. So that's my tidbit about how to be a good young angler.
Clearly, we know yours is a positive mental attitude.
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly.
Number one.
Oh, we have a list.
Good
Oh,
Lord.
here we go.
I got a number of.
No man's always got a list of everything.
Let me get my notepad out.
Everything is a list.
That's
They're
why you
all
want no
younger
music.
than me, so I'm the old man of the bunch. But his old man was the best teacher of all of us. So anything he said, I take it as you need to pay attention to everything the old guys tell you, number one. You might not totally
Agreed.
follow that down the street, but for the most part, they're right on 99% of this stuff. Listen to them. Don't try to outsmart them. Anytime someone's giving you advice, listen to them. Do not talk over, oh, I know that. No, listen. Advice, you can throw it away in the whatever, but advice is fantastic, especially from the old guys that have experienced it. And then you can add to it or whatever and tweak it.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
and make it better. But like things his dad said, hold true 100% to this day. If you take part of that or 3/4 of that, add your piece to it, you've created it's fantastic, and it's so true. So don't disregard what the old guys tell you. Listen to them. That's the main thing I would say. Listen to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. That's one thing I've always, that's kind of how we wanted to start, do our YouTube channel here. It was, as I was growing up as a kid, my dad had his circle of friends that were, quote unquote old timers that he ran around with. And he was the younger guy. Much younger and than the group that he ran around with. But we would go to breakfast in the mornings. We would sit and talk. We would sit and have a beer together. And you could really learn and soak up some knowledge. You know what I mean? and things have changed. I mean, you know, back when you first started fishing, you threw a worm a lot, you know, slow, you know, drag and stuff like that. Now it's more power fishing, but it's still the same concept. It's still, you know, the same idea, the same principles, you know. And at the end of the day, you know, it was always cool for me as a young guy to sit and listen to stuff like that, which was awesome. But you kind of, you know, had to prove yourself. You know, you kind of had to earn a seat at the table.
Yeah.
And it was cool. You know, it was really good. It was really eye-opening. You know, so yeah, it's great advice. Great advice all
Awesome
around.
advice.
So
That's good.
So Big Jim, what
Mine
you
is
got?
just remember to have fun. Every day is not going to be a great day on the water.
Clearly, every day.
Every day is not going to be very positive. You're
It's
not
not
going to
gonna
do
happen.
every day. Just
It's
remember
not
to
gonna
have fun out there, and when it's not fun, roll it up, call it a day, and try it again the next
That's
day.
it.
That's it. That's
That's
all I have.
it. That is absolutely it.
All right. So MCA, let's hear it.
I'm gonna leave you guys with dream as far as you can dream. That's my message to you guys, man. A lot of you guys that follow me, and I dream, and to see this picture right now was a dream. And so my advice to you guys is to just dream, man, as far as you can go, and put the work and the effort behind it. Find the right people and the right resources that could get you to the level in which you're trying to go. And then you'll find yourself in a room like this. And so that's what I want to tell you guys, man. Dream. Don't sell yourself short. Put everything you got into what you're trying to create and go create it. Dream.
Awesome.
Well,
Very nice.
Awesome.
I honestly think
Well
that
said.
that is pretty much, you have the keys to success. Whether you want to bass fish for a living, or bass fish or tournament fish, or be a golfer,
Yep.
or be a CEO of a company,
Absolutely.
positive mental attitude, take advice from somebody else. You know, be willing to listen,
Always.
have fun.
Man,
Have
value
fun. Whether you are, you know, whether you're in the stock exchange or you're, you know, whatever, have fun, you know, and have a dream. Set goals. There's nothing wrong with set goals, you know, and, you know, at the end of the day, if you want to be the best banker on Wall Street, obviously you probably don't need to learn how to cast under a dollar. So, you know, take mine for, yeah, you know, for face value there. But just have fun, be positive, stay up tuned. You're clearly not, you're not going to succeed every day. Not every day is a success. And, you know, but you can take 12 bad days of work, 12 bad days of fishing, and it's all erased by one good one.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
one good one.
One good
That's
one.
it.
Everything goes
That's
right.
it.
Everything
Everything.
changes.
That's it.
Hey.
It don't matter how bad your week was.
That
Yeah.
no matter how bad your week
No matter
was.
how bad your week was.
So-
That's
So any-
cool, man. But
so
we
any-
want to thank you guys for
Yeah,
watching.
absolutely.
Julio the Argentinian out.
Julio de Argentina. And we are out.